When did you become interested in science?
I was always interested in science. As a child, I also watched my grandfather suffer through some health issues, and one of those was a cancer on the surface of his eye. And so attending appointments with him and watching him go through those treatments and eventually a clinical trial, they were really pivotal experiences for me.
What's your understanding of the extent of MD in the community?
Yeah, well, agerelated macular degeneration is the leading cause of blindness in Australia, and 1 in 7 Australians over the age of 50 have evidence of the early signs of this disease.
How does your project fit into solving that problem or relieving that problem?
The title of my project is Investigating the Potential for Scarless Wound Healing in Age-Related Macular Degeneration. The aim of my project is to investigate the scar formation. And so the scar formation in AMD is a neglected area of research. It is the endpoint of the disease progression. We get these scars that form, and then we have the visual impairment. I've always been intrigued with the scar formation that occurs, and especially with knowing that patients who have anti-VEGF therapies, they still progress to that endpoint. I really wanted to focus on that and understand why that's occurring. And I very quickly moved the keywords that I used and the searches that I was doing. I moved very quickly into skin wound healing and scar formation in the skin. And as I read and I learnt more about this area of research, I came to think more and more that AMD is a wound healing event in a really inconvenient location. Looking at AMD and the symptoms of AMD with this fresh perspective opened up a lot of opportunity to use knowledge and expertise that has been gained in skin wound healing and skin scarring for AMD patients. And so if we can study the cells that we've found in the back of the eye that are very similar to these other fibroblast MSC cells, maybe we can tell these cells to send out the same messages and heal without scarring.
Audra, how do you expect this research to play out in practice?
This is an investigative project. So in the title, exploring the potential. And so this allows me to ask those questions, to ask the very basic questions of, do these cells have the potential to do this? And once we can understand that, we can move along to modulating that, to use those cells in a way that might be a cellular therapy. Being able to change our healing profile towards regenerative, being able to heal scarlessly so that patients can retain their sight or slow the progression of that. That would be the ultimate outcome. We have a foundation in Australia that is focused on macular disease, and we can be world leaders in that. And it allows researchers in Australia to do that work. And to me, that's very exciting. To be supported by the MDFA is a great privilege to me, and I'm very proud.